Good evening and welcome to the first Football Friday night of the 2018 season. Alongside John Rawlings, I'm Jason Geiser on our beautiful new digs, and we begin the night with a showdown in Allen County.
A year ago, LCC flipped the script, going from 2-8 to 10-2, while Spencerville rebounded from an 0-2 start to win their first outright conference crown in 54 years. From 2005 to 2014, LCC went 9-1 against Spencerville. After taking a 2-year hiatus, it looks like these two teams will continue to battle. First quarter, LCC marching right down the field. Nevin Stolley handing off to Ron Banks. The senior puts the T-Birds on top 7-0, but here comes Spencerville. Known for their run game, Cannon Johnson coming to the outside, heading near sideline, avoids a tackler, turns it upfield, then he jukes another. Eventually, he is down at the 2, and the Bearcats capitalize. Joel Lotz takes it in for 6, but Spencerville does miss the PAT, so they trail by 1. The T-Birds ran on their first drive and decided to switch it up on the following. Stolley to Banks once again, putting on the brakes, and into the end zone he goes. The T-Birds win it 34-19. A tough loss can linger for a long time. In their final game of the season, Fort Loramie lost in the first round of the playoffs to the rivals and the eventual state champions of Minster. 294 days have passed since the Redskins' last loss, and tonight's Spotlight game features the Fort Loramie-Minster rematch.
The Football Friday Night Spotlight game is brought to you by Miller Brothers Tire.
Under the direction of new head coach Spencer Wells, and he has his team looking for their first win against Minster since 2013. Halfway through the second quarter, Minster up 7-0. Quarterback Jacob Niemeyer drops back and airs it out. Trent Rogerman comes down with it in the end zone. Minster goes up 14-0. A couple minutes later, Minster with the ball again. Niemeyer hands it off to Alex Schmidtmeyer, and he ducks and dodges his way into the end zone to put Minster up 21-0. Loramie does get on the board, though, seconds before the end of the half. Colin Moore hits Mason Kemper, but Minster comes out on top 34-14. And we will have highlights from the defending six champs from Marion Local, They open up on the road in good old Indiana, visiting Woodland. The Flyers haven't lost an opener since 2011. Brandon Fleck gets the handoff on the goal line, touchdown Marion Local. The Flyers end up winning big 42-0 to start the 2018 season. It's the beginning to an end of an era. St. Mary's is playing their final home opener at Skip Hoffman Stadium against their traditional opening night rival, Sydney, who will be off the schedule in 2020. First quarter, St. Mary's Ty Howell gets to the outside for good yards, but it's stopped just short of the touchdown. Quarterback Braden Dunlap calls his own number to punch it in for 6. St. Mary's draws first blood. Sydney strikes right back. Darren Taborn cuts to the outside, making some moves and then diving for the pylon. Ball game tied at 7s, but St. Mary's comes out on top. The Rough Riders playing smash mouth football. Eddie Fowler doing the work for the 5-yard TD. St. Mary's rolls 35-7. Route 33 rivals Wapakoneta and Bellefontaine once again play their traditional Week 1 showdown. The Chieftains snapped a 7-game losing streak to Wapak with last year's win. Starting the fourth quarter, Wapak up 21-7. The defense wants to make it more. Reed Miracle with the interception, and nobody's in front of him. The pick 6 gives the Redskins a 28-7 advantage. Bellefontaine outdone, though. QB Grant Smith going for the sneak, barely getting over the line for the touchdown. Chieftains cut it to 14. A successful onside kick gives them the ball back, but the Redskins defense keeps making plays. Nate Ambos comes away with the sack on third down. Wapak takes this one 28-14. For the past 4 years, Ada and Upper Scioto Valley have opened the high school football season against each other, and the Bulldogs have a perfect 4-0 record against the Rams. They're up 22-8 in the third, and USV chips away. Quinn Sanders scampers in on the quarterback keeper. That draws the Rams within 7, 22-15. They go for 2. Sanders' pass is deflected by Caden Murphy, but check out Jackson Roars, making the grab anyway. The 2-point conversion makes it a 22-16 game, but Ada won't give up anymore. Landon Blankenship flashing some moves and showing off the power, working his way for a Bulldogs first down, and the Dogs are wise to go right back to him. Again with the strong run, Ada ices this one away 30-16. Lehman Catholic has not won a season opener in 15 years. Tonight they host Fort Recovery, and the Cavs are looking to beat a MAC team for the first time since 2013. Third quarter, Lehman Catholic deep in their own territory. Elliot Gallardi hands the ball off to Andrew Barhorse, but Gavin Toby comes in, forces the fumble, and gets the recovery. Indians taking a field goal off the turnover. And with a minute to go in the fourth, Fort Recovery adds some insurance. Jacob Atchison sees an opening and speeds his way to pay dirt. The Fort wins it 23-6. Welcome back. St. John's put Woodward on the schedule a year ago, a Division III school that, if the Blue Jays win, could provide them some valuable playoff points. Last season, it worked out in favor of St. John's as the Blue Jays handled the Polar Bears 46-6 and went on to return to the postseason. Late in the third quarter, the Blue Jays called the quarterback keeper, and Jared Worst does just that. St. John's takes a big 28-0 lead. We move into the fourth. Facing 4th and 4, Blue Jays go to their 6-foot, 4-inch, 210-pound senior once more. Worst picking up the first down, and then they finish the drive. Worst handing it off, this time to Brady Grotehouse. Blue Jays win big, 50-13. Finally, we end with the other form of football. UNOH opens their season against the 8th-ranked team in the country, Georgia Gwinnett. 4th minute, Felipe Lupion taking it deep to the corner, centering one to Nick Douch. One touch and firing to the back of the net. UNOH takes a 1-0 lead. It's a tie game in the 36th minute until Shea Mannings goes upper 90 out of a triple team. However, this one does end in a draw, 2-2.
And that is how we will wrap up the first Football Friday night of 2018. We thank you for tuning in and thank the whole crew here who helped us put the show on the air and will continue to do so the rest of the football and basketball seasons.
Week 1 continues tomorrow night with Shawnee visiting Jefferson. Join Jack McGuire for those highlights and more, and we will see you right here back next Friday. Have a great weekend.